Bound by the nether, the way is lost. Cold runs the water, longing remains. Heaven and earth dwell in chaos, and yin and yang have lost their way, while the day belongs to the mortal realm where the living may roam. The night is claimed by the nether realm, where ghosts run rife. Humans shall not venture forth in darkness, nor shall ghosts walk in the light. Thus the world of mortals is bound in eternal day, and the realm of spirits in perpetual night. Twilight smothers the sky, clouds swallow the last ray of sunlight, and the mortal realm sinks into darkness.
Help! Please stay back! Don't eat me!
The small shrine's worn doors burst open. A man collapses onto the floor. Scrambling to his feet, he sees the room smothered in dust and thick cobwebs. On the altar, several broken statues sit beneath a wavering lamp. The flickering light makes their faces twist and shift in the shadows.
Is there an immortal who can help me? A ghost wants to devour me whole!
Cornered with no means of escaping, he falls to his knees and bangs his head against the floor, begging every statue he can see.
Spare me, and I'll give you everything I have! I swear, I'll rebuild this shrine!
I don't need wealth.
The lamp flashes. He looks up and sees that all the statues have transformed into ghosts with green skin and long, jagged fangs.
Only fresh flesh can satisfy me. The world of mortals is now part of our domain. You can't run away forever. Come to me. Let me eat you!
Ah!
The shadows vanish and candlesticks soar. They pierce the ghost's body and pin it against a pillar. The dim lamp flares, and a cyan flame burns. Another lights up, and then another. Ghostly light manifests as if something walks, or descends, steadily toward the shrine.
A realm for mortals, a domain for ghosts. I don't remember a mere flesh-eater being the one to decide everything. You're bold, I admit. Very few can stand before me while bearing an endless stream of sins.
A golden lotus petal floats through the smoke and suddenly coils around the ghost's throat. It tightens.
You'd like to die sooner rather than later?
The scent of lotuses, albeit peculiar, permeates the air. The faint lights reveal the face of the statue, situated in the highest position. It's expressionless, yet it seeps an intimidating aura.
An immortal is actually here!
Huh. My brother is stronger than most of those immortals. Having watched long enough from the shadows, I float toward the man. In this world, who can scare those evil ghosts and make mortals panic?
The Lord of the Netherrealm? Oh, thank you, my lord. I'm grateful that you two saved me.
Your soul isn't pure. Pity. You'd rather deny your villainy than confess to it, yes?
No! I never...
Your soul won't be able to reincarnate. Maybe you can be useful elsewhere. I clap my hand. The ghost falls from the pillar and lies on the floor. It doesn't run. Rather, it stares at the man, the hunger clear in its eyes. Perhaps I'll let the ghost eat you. and then I'll devour it. Wouldn't that mean your death wasn't in vain?
No! No!
Once I've gotten my fill of seeing his dread, a lotus petal brushes the tassels beside my hair.
Stop teasing the poor fellow. He only has a few moments left to live. He knows his end is nigh.
Ah!
All right. Let's deal with the ghost. The ghost attempts to flee, but I leap and summon the soul guide bell. Its tolls resound. The ghost freezes and clutches its head before letting out a weak, dying whimper. Caleb! A cold light cuts the darkness and opens a large rift, pulling the ghost into its depths. I give the man on the ground a knowing smile and jump into the rift. Nether Falls. Mountains shift as a shadowy forest with glowing blossoms materializes. A thick layer of deathly aura fills the air. We have arrived in Nether Falls, the capital of the Nether Realm. The ghost struggles to crawl. Then a cold flash slices its arm. What a clean cut! That's disgusting. You almost ruined the flowers we planted.
Welcome to the depths of the Nether Realm. A malevolent ghost like you shouldn't be here.
Be quiet. I'll send you off now.
Your filth shouldn't touch her.
Yin and yang and chaos, the gate standing between life and death. It's sealed. The two realms will crumble, and all souls shall be lost.
Caleb, what did it say?
Ramblings before death aren't worth listening to. You're hungry? Again? Patience. The power in its soul beat is not very strong, but it'll do as a little treat for you.
Fragrance is lovely, but I like your scent more.
You're not satisfied, and you dare to ask me for more.
I'm yours and you're mine. I can do whatever I want with you.
We are the most closely bound souls in this world. We can indulge in our heart's desires without restraint. You've reached your limit. But I'll give you more than this.
Who said I...
In this realm, only you can set me free from my shackles.
And let's stay like this forever. We'll never be apart.
Of course. I'll offer my baby's sister everything she's wished for.
With the rising sun and the waning moon, the world turned in an endless cycle between the mortal realm and the nether realm. While the mortal realm drifted without a ruler, the nether realm was held in the grip of a pair of siblings. Together they presided over the depths, wardens of the departed souls and scourges of the man-eating ghosts that ravaged the land. From their domain in the lightless nether falls, they walked the veil between the two realms, revered by the living as lords of the Netherrealm. Only later did I come to know that those two lords were my big brother Caleb and I. I've forgotten when I first came to the Nether Falls, or why I became a lord of the Netherrealm. Who was I before it all began? I only know one thing, that I must remain by Caleb's side, forever. If he was to rule the Netherrealm, then I would be the other of its lords. If he was to slay the man-eating ghosts, then I would learn to kill. For countless years I have been my brother's inseparable shadow, aching with a single wish, for our time together to never end. All that noise. The sounds become clearer, and I open my eyes. A garment is draped over me, but its owner is nowhere to be seen. What's happening? I walk past a stone screen depicting images of ghosts being slain. Above the hall, a massive malevolent presence rises in midair. Several claws reach out. Caleb sits on a throne made of bestial bones. His chin rests in his hand as he spins a floating lotus.
I planned to leave you barely alive for some time, but it's clear you don't appreciate my efforts. Truly, it's a shame my mercy was wasted.
Didn't Caleb and I capture it before? A month ago, Caleb took me to the northern mountains, which are hundreds of miles away from Nether Falls. We captured this malevolent ghost there. Its mind has fallen apart, and it can't take on a human form. However, it's more vicious than the rest. I wanted to taste its soul bead, but Caleb said it had another purpose. Lost in thought, I see the ghost's claws lunge toward Caleb. He curls the fingers of his right hand. 5 golden lotus petals fly like arrows. They pierce its claws and twist them off.
Why are you in a rush to die so soon?
Another petal floats toward me before increasing its size. It acts as a shield to block the foul blood. Caleb,
Come.
The petal coils around my waist, lifts me, and places me in Caleb's embrace. He remains composed. Lotus petals curl like beautiful, dangerous blades. A cold, unsettling aura surrounds the strange markings along his arm. He's normally quick when it comes to killing ghosts. Is he waiting for something? A faint bluish-green glimmer flickers inside the ghost in midair.
I expected this.
Before I can even see him draw the nether seal near his throne, the ghost is reduced to ash beneath its blade. Fragmented chains fall into the ash. Behind a stone pillar, several tiny shadows tremble as they huddle. So, those nether wardens accidentally broke the seal on its chains. You said that ghost was different and wanted to deal with it personally, but it's dead now. Isn't that a problem?
It doesn't matter. Once it proves to be useless, death becomes a kinder fate.
What were you going to do with it? When I ask my question, I discreetly signal the wardens to run.
I'm heading out. Would you like to rest here, or walk in the world of mortals?
So he has no intention of telling me he's objective. I don't ask him about it. Everyone has secrets. We're not an exception. But it doesn't matter so long as he's by my side. Can I join you?
You wish to follow me to Mount Dingshu? Are you certain?
I only want you to come back soon. Mount Dingshu stands at the edge of Nether Falls, its peak holding the world's Yang energy. Meanwhile, the realm's Yin energy is anchored at its base. It keeps this fractured world standing, but whenever I approach it, my body feels uncomfortable. So Caleb occasionally visits it. And as of late, he's been going there more frequently. Could it be related to that ghost?
Thank you for saving us.
Soft voices, reminiscent of mosquito buzzing, drift out from under the throne. The nether wardens have crept out from their hiding place. They clumsily bow. Stone tags hang from their waists, and I note the names that are carved into them. 79, 29, and 55. I wouldn't say I saved you, and my brother isn't upset. In spite of his appearance, he's kind. The nether wardens all stare at me, as if they've seen a ghost. Although referred to as nether wardens, they are actually the souls of children who died too early. They're too fragile to withstand the cycle of reincarnation, so they reside in nether falls. Until their souls become strong enough for reincarnation, I let them handle small tasks such as guiding wayward souls. But their minds aren't more developed than a child's. Their clumsiness is a common sight.
Before, for one, was guarding the gate between the two realms. He fell asleep, and the Lord saw... Then...
4-1 entered the cycle of reincarnation, and Caleb didn't punish him. And you need to learn how to speak better.
I heard the Lord's blade nether seal. Ghosts and humans can't be reborn if it touches them.
The deaths caused by it are justified. They can no longer be saved, so reincarnation isn't possible.
So, Lord Caleb isn't scary? Does he eat ghosts? Or human souls?
Your deaths were only recent. Don't believe the rumors. Caleb doesn't eat ghosts, and he certainly doesn't consume human souls either. The person who does that is me. I stare at the clean souls of these nether wardens and press my lips together. I can't let my hunger reveal itself. We are from the same source, yet Caleb isn't hungry. All the while, I crave the taste of ghosts and human souls. So he used soul beads to create a lotus pond. It will help with my cultivation and feed me when hunger strikes.
When you're starving, visit this lotus pond. These blossoms have purified the soul bead's energy. They're pure, so you can eat them. However, promise me that you won't eat any more ghosts. And never.
That memory is lost in a haze, but I can still hear my voice. It's akin to a feeble whisper. Does this mean I'm a monster?
I am the Lord of the Netherrealm, and you're my sister, my equal. That means you're its ruler as well. What else could you possibly be?
I often wonder what happened to the memories I lost. But visiting the lotus pond became a habit, and cultivating with Caleb at my side became normal. In time, my doubts faded, until... Why am I hungry again? I ate a lot last night. This is my secret that I'm keeping from Caleb. My hunger has recently been too insatiable. Whether it's old fears resurfacing or my pride, I can't bring myself to tell him. If Caleb comes back, tell him I'm in the mortal realm. At the very least, I should stay away from these edible nether wardens. Wooling Village. Past the gate between the two realms, the Netherfall's night dissolves into a cold haze that belongs to the world of mortals. Icy daylight presses down on bare black branches.
Speak thy name, bow before the Lord. Souls and ghosts, return to thy Lord.
The wind shrieks reach every corner of the street. Spirit script flutters. In the distance, firelight flickers beside a tree that's draped in silk ribbons. Humans move toward the mournful chants, their faces wrapped in coarse pieces of cloth. Only tired, fearful gazes are visible.
The ghosts ate 2 more. We always say not to leave your home once it's dark, yet they...
Some tragedies can't be prevented. Old Gao is dead, and his son has been missing for half a month. All the inauspicious signs can only mean he met a horrible fate.
More humans have been dying to ghosts nowadays. The Nether Wardens and Netherfalls will be overwhelmed if this continues.
Honor one's name and live. Defy it and die. Live with good deeds. Villainy begets death.
At the end of the path, shadowy figures surround a clearing with 2 caskets. The inconsolable mourning families weep. I float to an old camphor. Below me is a masked spirit master who's leading the soul-sending rite. Bones and fangs hang from her clothes, and her body and voice are akin to old wood. However, her aura commands reverence.
Husband and son are gone. How can an old woman live? Those damnable ghosts. Why didn't they eat me as well?
My wife started living with us only recently. How could fate unveil its cruelty now? Lord of the Netherrealm, please! I beseech you to kill that evil thing! Don't let it enter reincarnation!
However, the lords of the Netherrealm oversee the dead. Matters involving the living aren't under their purview. Caleb takes me along when he subdues malevolent ghosts for 2 reasons: to restore my strength, and because they are always a nuisance. Yet over time, people came to see us as protectors they could pray to.
Lords of the Netherrealm, please watch over my parents. Several days ago, they began their journey home. Don't let them meet misfortune.
Lords of the Netherrealm, my betrothed was supposed to present his betrothal gifts, but he hasn't shown up for 2 days.
I owe Uncle Leo 2 taels of silver, and he's threatening to take my leg. My lord, please, let the ghost torment him.
I don't want to listen to any more ridiculous wishes. I disappear and float to the altar to inspect the offerings. They're plain and boring. I don't like them.
O Lord of the Netherrealm, the wandering soul has returned. The living bow to pay respects. The departed find peace.
The old spirit master forcefully swings the bronze bell, and everyone in the crowd kneels. The soul-sending rite ends. But the crowd doesn't disperse. They surge toward the spirit master's silk charm since they want one to ward off evil.
My lord.
She calmly separates herself from the noise and bows to me as I reveal myself again. At first, I didn't believe the rumors about an old powerful spirit master residing here. Then she figured out my identity upon our first meeting. She's different from the other spirit masters. Despite knowing who I am, she has never shown a hint of fear. In addition, her rituals chants are pleasant. She also knows numerous tales that involve Caleb. Do you have any new stories? The one about Caleb fighting against 100 ghosts over a vast marsh was riveting.
Those fortunate enough to be saved tell all about what they witnessed. But since everyone reveres the Lord of the Netherrealm, rumors gain embellishments with each retelling, which makes them turn stranger by the day. I'm glad you are merciful and pay them no mind.
They make Caleb sound wonderful. When I told him those stories, he couldn't help but laugh. So keep sharing them with me. Ask for your payment. I'll select a good place for your reincarnation. The old spirit master thinks.
6 months ago, when I went to a village to make offerings to the Lord, I heard that within the local shrine,
Caleb appears on the first day of each month to punish ghosts. You told me about it already.
Then what about someone whose soul once strayed into the Netherrealm and saw the 2 lords?
I know how it unfolds.
Then I'm afraid you've heard all of my stories. Or perhaps you wish to hear a tale unrelated to the lords of the Netherrealm?
Is it that interesting? A breeze stirs the bell, and the old spirit master's voice takes on an airy quality. It drifts like mist.
Those who commune with spirits are called spirit masters. I'm fortunate to possess that title. But many, many years ago, there was a spirit master who conversed with all spirits. He divined fate and pacified calamities throughout the realms. His strength put him on par with the gods. One could say only he was worthy of being called a spirit master. He had his sister by his side, who was just as gifted and revered. For years, they only relied on each other, and he loved her more than anyone else.
She doesn't remove her mask, but as she speaks, its bestial eyes seemingly stare into the depths of my soul. Its gaze is dark, unblinking.
At the time, the world of mortals was simpler and chaotic. Yet it was pure. The sky was blue, and the mountains were green. The Spirit Master and his sister watched over all. Humans survived disasters and formed clans.
But perfect beginnings normally lead to terrible incidents. I know how these tales operate. She's about to continue when shouting erupts nearby. The last remaining silk charms have allowed a brawl to break out. The stronger the Spirit Master, the stronger the charm. So humans wanting one little charm is to be expected. One word is all it takes for blood to spill, and no charm can ward off such viciousness.
Forgive me, my lord. I must mediate.
Sighing, she leaves along with the unfinished story. My disappointment is all that remains. Worthless offerings and no ending. Never mind. I'll wander around and find a lovely trinket for Caleb. Blood now stains the altar here. I walk away, and that metallic scent stubbornly clings to the wind. I follow a hint of it and spot a gambler with blood-stained lips. He stumbles out before someone drags him back indoors. Nearby are two brothers with their blades drawn. They're ready to kill each other over half an acre of land their father left. The blade, raised high with murderous intent, slips from its wielder's grasp at the very instant it's about to fall, spinning out of control straight toward me. How troublesome. A lotus petal appears before me. Ding! It catches the blade, and a faint fragrance reaches my nose. The street is silent. Then there's several crisp crackling sounds. The first source is a suspended blade as it falls apart. Its fragments touch the ground. Then the sound comes from two sets of bones being cleanly snapped. The brothers collapse and scream. Chaos encroaches on the street.
The Lord of the Netherrealm? It's the Lord of the Netherrealm!
Terrified, humans scatter. Shops slam their doors as a lotus petal lazily floats upward. That lotus and this scent. Caleb? I navigate through the crowd to chase it. Once I'm away from the commotion, the petal returns and binds my waist. My body is lifted before it's placed into a familiar embrace. The petal brushes against my temple, and it's soon followed by cool fingertips.
Watching humans tear one another apart will ruin your eyes.
What should I look at then? His fingers shift, and a hairpin that was carved to resemble a lotus appears. He puts it in my hair.
My baby sister, who has beautiful eyes, should only look at beautiful things.
Ripples reflect shimmering light on the lake's surface. My head rests on Caleb's lap as he smooths my hair one strand at a time. Caleb, the mortal realm is growing more chaotic with each passing day.
Once a ghost tastes human blood, its hunger is bound to spiral out of control. Fortunately, ghosts are unfathomably foolish. If that weren't the case, the world of mortals would be nothing but carnage and ruins.
Caleb once told me that yin and yang constitute this world, but when the boundary between them blurs, they mix and taint each other. Calamities increase as a result. Vengeful ghosts are born from that chaos. But I don't think those ghosts are the only reason why the mortal realm is collapsing. Night falls. With a wave of its hand, the lotus in the center of the lake closes and dispels the barrier that's protecting Wuling Village. Many years ago, he sent out the Nether Wardens to plant the Nether Falls lotus seeds in every place inhabited by humans. These seeds carry life's spiritual energy. Once they take root and bloom, they can create barriers. With those in place, ghosts can only roam outside those locations. It makes catching them easy.
Hounded by ghosts and battered by endless calamities, mortals struggle to survive. Their hearts becoming twisted, bitter malformations are par for the course. If I were in their place, I'd use anything and everything to ensure you're alive.
I would do the same. Ow! I sat up too quickly and forgot he was still holding a strand of my hair. Caleb laughs and gently pushes me back down.
There's nothing wrong with what you said. Greed, wickedness, delusions, they'll never disappear. It doesn't matter how peaceful or unstable the world is. There shall be fighting, hatred, and wars, leaving rivers of blood in their wake. They too are bound to the perpetual cycle of reincarnation.
He continues braiding my hair. The eerie markings on his arm emit a faint glow, and the lake's reflected light sharpens the angles of his face. Dazed, I stare at our reflection. He understands the machinations of mortals, yet he carries none of it in his heart. He touches the water and spreads his fingers. The ripples freeze before transforming into a glowing array.
Do you wish for the mortal realm to be better?
I know very little about the world of mortals, and I can't be bothered to care about their matters. What I do know is that Caleb is busier when ghosts are rampant. The filth surrounding human souls worsens with each passing day. Nether Falls cannot rest because of it. To be honest, looking at them disgusts me. I prefer pure souls, ones with a pleasant scent. I quickly close my mouth. Caleb laughs and pats my stomach.
I see. You're a goddess of thunder, not the lord of the nether realm. Now I know the source of the rumbling.
No, it's... Alright, perhaps I'm slightly hungry. But only slightly. Caleb lifts me. I see the water ripples, in the moonlight and the ghost hidden in the mist.
Come.
Behind me, he takes my hand and guides my fingers in the air to make the same array from earlier.
The barrier isn't present. Since we've cast the array as bait, every ghost within 100 li will appear. This should be enough for you to consider a feast.
You think so?
Let me teach you a new way to play this time.
He catches a falling petal, and the bamboo curtain immediately rolls up. A shadowy figure shrieks at the pavilion. The petal cuts through water like moonlight to slice the ghost's throat. Wow! I immediately mimic his attack when I strike a ghost, but I use too much of my strength, and it is skewered.
You've been taught lessons for several centuries, and yet panic is all it takes to make you return to your old methods.
I respond with a sheepish smile. I used to fight ghosts in a wild, haphazard manner, which always made me covered in grime. Caleb taught me elegant techniques over those hundreds of years. He even created intricate weapons for me. Can you demonstrate it to me again? I'll do it correctly this time.
Watch closely. When confronting weak ghosts, aim for the throat. The stronger ones...
A ghost whose murderous intent was palpable lunges towards us.
You aim at the spot between the eyes.
His power flows through my fingertips and pulls my spiritual power to unleash a fatal strike.
Perfect. Do it like that.
Excitement runs through me. It's not long before the pavilion's floor is covered with soul beads. Seeing me easily deal with them, Caleb relaxes and starts braiding my hair again. He holds up different hairpins, hair clips, and earrings to my head, comparing them one at a time.
Should I use a cyan ribbon or a red one?
Cyan.
All right.
His fingers glide through my hair and weave the bright silk with each strand. Another braid appears. It's lovely, thank you.
Don't get distracted.
Oh, of course. I shift into a comfortable position against him and focus on the ghost rushing towards us. Caleb, do you think there will be a day when we eradicate the last ghost in this world?
It's possible.
I heard ghosts never appeared in the mortal realm back then. That old spirit master said humans saw blue skies and green mountains a long time ago. I've never seen a blue sky before. His arm slightly tightens around my waist.
There shall be a day when we'll see. Those blue skies, crystalline rivers, and hills covered in flowers.
It's a promise, then. Though Neverfall's flowers are also beautiful. I like them. However, if all ghosts disappear, I won't have anything to eat. That's not good.
When that day comes, you won't need soul beads anymore.
I won't feel hungry anymore? So I'll be like you?
Correct. I'll free you from your suffering.
As the ghost screams fade, I wrap my arms around his neck. Actually, I don't mind living like this. You use soul beads to create a lotus pond for me, and we cultivate every day. I'm happy. If all of them disappeared, I'll miss them. Caleb is quiet for several moments. Then he kisses the top of my head.
That won't happen. You'll have more to be happy about. The world we shall create is the one you want to see. And it doesn't matter how it changes, we'll always have each other.
That night, Caleb and I purged every malevolent ghost within 100 miles. The soul beads we harvested caused the lotuses of the Nether Falls to bloom overnight, and I basked in the abundance of their power. But within 2 days, that insatiable hunger clawed at me once more. With no ghosts left nearby to hunt, I nearly resorted to eating the lotuses I had just brought to bloom. I could do nothing but try to sleep, hoping to drift through the long, agonizing hours of starvation. But it hurts so much. It's not so much hunger as it is an unbearable emptiness, a void that feels as if something is gnawing away at my body, carving a hollow chasm into my very soul. Anything, I would get anything, if only it would satisfy me. Sluggish, I look up and see several faces. Some are terrified, and others are stunned.
It hurts.
A creature weakly twitches in my hand, and I look. 5-5 dangles from my hand and stares at me. And on his cheek is a bite mark shaped like a crescent moon. Did I do that? I almost devoured 5-5.
What happened?
Caleb. Caleb's eyes narrow. Then he grabs 5-5 and throws him toward the other Nether Wardens.
Take him and leave.
I wasn't going to eat him. I didn't intend to. I don't know what's happening to me. My words frantically tumble out. Guilt and fear crash into me.
Are you okay?
That simple question intensifies my guilt. Clumsily wiping my face, I nod.
Don't worry. You did nothing wrong. It's simply your hunger. I'm at fault. I should have cared for you better.
No, the issue here is me. I'm so hungry. I even dreamt about devouring souls and mortals. My confession spills out into a trembling, broken mess. Am I turning into a monster?
Don't say that.
He hugs me and smooths out my hair one strand at a time.
Human children are ravenous when they grow. You're no different from them.
But you're not like me, and only ghosts crave human souls. Caleb, if I turn into a starving, vicious ghost, can you kill me in a gentle way? Caleb stiffens, and his arms tighten around me. He speaks more softly.
Don't tell me you're so hungry that you can't think clearly. I'll be very upset if you say anything like that again.
His hand glides down my back. Cool spiritual power flows into me.
I'll collect more soul beats for you. But it might take some time. Stay in Nether Falls. So long as you don't use your spiritual power, you'll recover. Be a good girl and wait for me.
A few days later, Caleb returned with a heavy haul of soul beads, though he stayed only long enough to deliver them before departing once more. After several such journeys, the lotuses were reborn, nourished into a vibrant bloom by the steady flow of beads. Having finally feasted, my strength began its slow return. But watching Caleb tire himself for my sake sparked a fierce new resolve within me. I had to find a way to cure the strange affliction, or at the very least, find a means to suppress the hunger for good. Though Caleb insisted that I rest, I couldn't bear to remain idle. I wanted to do whatever I could to ease his burden. And so, I began to frequent the banks of the River of Oblivion, assisting the Nether Wardens by ladling out Oblivion dewdrops for the departed souls and seeing them off to the reincarnation dais. Then, one day, 3 souls dressed in bridal finery caught my eye.
2 months ago, Ghost appeared in a cavern near our village. It trapped us in black mist. And then it started devouring us.
Didn't your village have lotuses, or something to keep it at bay?
I'm not sure. Our old home was destroyed by a flood, so the village chief had us move to a new location.
I see. The village moved, but the barrier lotuses didn't move with it. It's the perfect opportunity for that ghost. It's clever.
The ghost prefers young, beautiful women. So the villagers tied me up and sent me as an offering. They hoped it'd spare everyone else.
That thing said it wouldn't touch anyone if they sent it a bride every 15 days. And those fools actually believed it. They picked you because you had no parents to protect you. I planned to kill that ghost when I was sent, but...
Are parents any good? I still died in the end. They broke my father's legs. We were the poorest and easiest to bully. It doesn't matter anymore. At least, I saw him before I died.
Who? Someone in your family?
Her lover. Before devouring us, the ghost took on the form of the person we loved the most. Betrothed, lovers, anyone will do. It's so we wouldn't fight back.
To mimic other humans, this ghost is either exceptionally strong or hiding a powerful artifact. Humph. I'm starving. It's time to find my meal. When will the next one be sent to that ghost? "3 days from now, they'll offer another maiden. I plan to wait for Caleb and deal with this matter together, but 2 days have passed and he still has yet to return to Nether Falls. I can't keep waiting. If that ghost escapes, I'll have nothing to eat." Deep in the mountains. Tonight's moonlight is cold and bright as a frozen sun. It illuminates a grim wedding procession on the mountain path. 4 gaunt bearers carry a shabby bridal sedan with a wilted red flower. Muffled sobbing and struggling can be heard inside the sedan. I lift the curtain. There's a bride, her hands and feet bound, desperately struggling. Shh! Stop crying unless you want the ghost to appear sooner. Take off the bridal dress. I'll be the bride tonight. And don't return to that family of yours. I give her a lotus petal. Keep it. It shall guide you elsewhere, so run as far as you can. She bows to me again and again. Then she hesitates.
But if I run away, what will happen to you?
I'll be all right. I'm too busy figuring out how to wear this ridiculous pile of silk. I waved to signal her to leave. In this world, there isn't a ghost who's foolish enough to let their claws touch me. The sedan sways along the path for another hour. Then it's loaded onto a small boat which drifts into the cavern's depths. Everything is plunged into darkness. The energy belonging to a ghost coils like a sleeping beast, stirring silently in the shadows. Wrapped in suffocating layers of silk, the ceaseless jolting starts to annoy me. Do mortal brides always suffer like this when they're about to be wed? I ripped a stifling veil off my face and tossed it aside. If it wasn't for marrying someone you love, would a sane individual endure this? Thinking of those brides, dragged through misery and terror only to be wed to a ghost. Death would be too kind of a fate. It deserves worse. The boat shakes and slowly comes to a stop. Wailing like a chorus of restless spirits, wind traverses the caves connected to one another. The world beyond the sedan curtain is brightened. Firelight dances on the river as footsteps approach and stop at the shore. Should I sob dramatically? Pretend I fainted? What will be more convincing? Suddenly, a force yanks me from the sedan. I gasp before landing into a firm embrace. Caleb, where are you? I recall the bride's words. No, this must be the ghost wearing my loved one's face to deceive me. But if the ghost picked Caleb, then my feelings must be embarrassingly clear. Even when danger is staring at me, embarrassment pricks my cheeks. I bite my lip and focus. If it can read the hearts of mortals, then of course it senses mine. It must be using a powerful artifact. I'll play along and try to find it. With that decided, I let tears well up in my eyes. Caleb, you're here for me? I knew you wouldn't let me marry that ghost. You're the only one I want. Artifacts are usually kept close. Clinging to his arm, I pretend to sob while secretly checking anything that's concealed. Strange, his body doesn't have a ghost stench or murderous intent. His scent is the same faint lotus fragrance that Caleb carries.
You want to marry me?
Amused, he tilts my chin up. His eyes shimmer in the firelight and rippling water, where dark gloom mingles with light. Of course, you're the person I love the most, and I want to stay with you for a long, long time. Are you implying I can't do that?
Then we're of the same mind. In this world, I love you more than anyone else.
I steady myself. Despite knowing he isn't my Caleb, hearing those words from that face still makes my heart flutter. Caleb moves his hand. Lanterns flare to life across the cavern to reveal a sea of red spider lilies.
Flowers, moon, heaven and earth as our witnesses. Everything for a good wedding is present. Tonight is perfect for us. Hold on to me tightly. I'll treat it as your promise to stay by my side for a lifetime.
Without drawing attention, I drop a lotus seed from my sleeve while nodding and walking with him. The cavern has been formed naturally, yet it's breathtaking. The walls are reminiscent of cliffs, and stone arches curve overhead like frozen bridges. Patches of green light shimmer across the rocks. They're akin to stars scattered along the walls. Caleb seems to believe I'm a love-struck bride who adores him, and he's being surprisingly gentle. I slow my steps, and he matches my pace without saying a word. When I pretend to stumble and reach for his waist, he steadies me and holds me closer.
Careful now.
I believe my foot landed on something.
It's merely a rock.
I nod, but out of the corner of my eye I see him turn the crushed bone beneath my foot into a cluster of spider lilies. The entire area must be part of his illusion. When I look up again, a chamber located deeper in the cavern has been transformed into a true wedding hall. Colorful banners, golden bells, scarlet silk draped across the ground, and candles carved into long and feng bathe the space in warm, bright light.
I'm not well versed in mortal weddings, so I prepared what I could. If it's too simple, I'll hold a grander ceremony for you at another time.
How can that be? Both of us are here. It's already perfect. A ghost staging his own wedding before eating a human. Is he a lonely widower? Caleb lifts one end of a red wedding ribbon and places it in my hand. He's holding the other end. Tinged with the scent of flowers, a sharp chill spreads through the air. A dangerous allure softens his features.
I don't believe in heaven and earth, and there are no parents to oversee our vows. The ceremony.
Why must we place great significance on formalities? I'm marrying you. That's what matters. It'd be best if we finish this quickly. Besides, I refuse to let my first wedding be wasted on a ghost. He smiles before bowing to me with impeccable grace amidst candlelight and swaying flowers' shadows. I'm caught off guard. I've only known him as awe-inspiring and fearsome. I never thought he could be so composed, so poised. And the way his gaze softens, how he confidently carries himself, and his movements. It's uncanny. Can a ghost truly imitate Caleb this well? Noticing my momentary daze, he steps closer, takes my hand and lifts it to his lips for a gentle kiss.
Starting from this moment, we belong to each other. Forever.
This isn't good. I might actually believe everything he's doing is real if I keep looking at his face. I try to come up with a distraction. Shouldn't we drink the nuptial wine?
That. We can enjoy it after. Following tradition, it must be brewed in the year of your birth. It shall age until the wedding night. Tonight was rather hasty. I don't want to give you anything that's less than flawless.
He says he's not knowledgeable in mortal customs, yet he carefully thought about this whole wedding thing. I lean in with feigned affection as I quietly use my spiritual power to probe with him. I didn't find any artifacts. Is he simply a strong ghost? That means his soul bead is delicious. This is better. Once he lowers his guard and attacks, I'll finish him in one strike. All of a sudden, he pushes me onto the bed. I'm stunned for a moment. What is he doing?
Why are you trying to hide?
His breath grazes my ear, and the tip of his nose brushes against my neck.
We've forgone the vows and wine. But our wedding night shouldn't be done in a hurry.
He wants to eat me and take advantage of the situation? What remains of my patient dissipates, and spiritual power flares in my hand. Unfazed, Caleb crushes the spiritual power as if he broke a twig. He lowers his head. Alarmed, I try to summon a weapon, but I soon realize my power is being suppressed. My limbs become weak.
Rushing only results in you being unable to enjoy yourself. The night is long, and we have plenty of time. We can learn everything slowly.
He figured out that I'm not the bride the villagers sacrificed. Stop pretending. You're only doing this so you can eat me, yes? I struggle quietly against my restraints, but I maintain a cold smile. Surrender yourself to me. I might keep a wisp of your soul, but if you attack me, I'll ensure you never reincarnate.
Is that so? Go on then.
Yeah.
Or are you waiting for the barrier to form so it can swallow this entire cavern?
He holds up a lotus seed, the one I dropped earlier, and crushes it between his fingers.
What will you do next?
The evil spirit is stronger than I expected. However, I'm the Lord of the Netherrealm. I refuse to die like a helpless fool. Even if it costs me my life, your villainy ends today.
Enough. Don't make things worse for yourself.
The power I gathered is snuffed out. Then I feel a familiar spiritual power wrap around my ankle. It spreads throughout my body. It moves through me at an unhurried, deliberate pace. I look up in surprise, only to accidentally breathe in the fragrance of lotuses.
You still don't recognize me, even now. I'm upset, to be honest.
Gentle, familiar kisses trail down my neck, collarbone. I don't move, but then I realize it. Our lips touch, and I taste a familiar warmth. Caleb was the one marrying me this whole time.